Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you're pressing play on this. Welcome to the single most important 20 minutes you will invest in your personal power this year. Today, we are diving deep into the Bible of Persuasion, the book that has sold millions of copies, been translated into over 40 languages, and is still, after almost 40 years, the #1 most recommended book on human behavior. The Psychology of Persuasion by Robert B. Cialdini, Ph.D. If you only ever read one book on how people think, decide, and can be influenced, this is that book. And right now, I'm going to hand you the entire masterpiece in one electrifying, no fluff, emotionally charged ride. Buckle up, because by the end of this, you will never look at advertising, politics, dating, sales, or even your own decisions the same way again. You will feel excitement, a little fear, and massive empowerment. Let's begin. Robert Cialdini starts the book with a confession that will hit you in the chest. I have been a patsy my whole life. He was the guy who always ended up with the unwanted magazine subscriptions, the charity donations he didn't plan, the dance lesson packages he never wanted. He was an easy mark, a sucker. And one day he got mad enough and curious enough to ask, why do I keep saying yes when I want to say no? So he did what only a world-class social psychologist would do. He went undercover for 3 years. He trained as a used car salesman, a fundraiser, a waiter, an encyclopedia salesman, a cult recruiter, an advertising executive, anything that required getting strangers to say yes. He wanted to discover the hidden triggers that make us comply automatically. What he found terrified him and changed everything. He discovered that human beings do not make decisions the way we think we do. We don't carefully weigh pros and cons every time. In our fast, overwhelming modern world, we use shortcuts. Cialdini calls them fixed action patterns, or, in his famous phrase, click, whir responses. Like the mother turkey who will instantly love and protect any chick that says cheep, cheep, but will try to kill her own baby if it doesn't make that sound. One trigger equals automatic behavior. We have the same automatic tapes running in our heads. And the professionals of influence know exactly where the buttons are. There are 6 universal principles, plus a 7th in later editions, but we'll cover the core 6 that made the book legendary. Each one is a weapon. Used ethically, they make you unstoppable. Used unethically, they rob people of free choice. Let's go through every single one with the best real-world stories so you own them forever. 1. Reciprocation, the old give and take, and take. The rule is simple. We feel massively obligated to repay anything given to us. Example that will make you gasp. Hare Krishna devotees in airports used to struggle to get donations until they started handing out a gift, a flower, first. People felt so uncomfortable keeping the flower without giving money that they would pay just to get rid of the feeling. Cialdini shows how a $5 gift can produce a $500 return. Free samples in supermarkets? That's reciprocation. The waiter who gives you a mint with the bill? Studies showed 1 mint equals 3% bigger tip. 2 mints equals 14% bigger tip. But here's the killer. If the waiter gives 1 mint, walks away, then turns back and says, "For nice people like you, here's another mint," tips went up 23%. The most vicious form, rejection, then retreat, also called door in the face. Ask for something huge that you know will be refused. Then compromise to what you really wanted. Because they refused once, they now feel obligated to meet you halfway. Boy Scouts sell $500 circus tickets first. No one buys. Then retreat to $5 chocolate bars. Sales explode. Politicians, charities, even abusive partners use this daily. You can use it ethically to create massive goodwill. Give unexpected value first, and what? 2. Commitment and consistency. Hobgoblins of the mind. We are slaves to being consistent with what we have already said or done. Once we make a choice or take a stand, we will encounter personal and interpersonal pressure to behave consistently with that commitment. The terrifying proof. In one experiment, homeowners who agreed to put a tiny "Drive carefully" postcard in their window were 2 weeks later willing to have a huge, ugly "Drive carefully" billboard planted on their front lawn. 76% said yes. The control group with no prior commitment? Only 17%. The foot in the door technique. Start tiny, then escalate. Chinese interrogators in the Korean War got American POWs to write, "America is not perfect, tiny commitment." Then, "I found some good things about communism." Then, full public statements denouncing their own country. Small yes, bigger yes, massive yes. Even more dangerous, written commitments. If people write it themselves, they will kill to stay consistent with it. The lowball tactic in car dealerships. Get you to commit to a great price, then, "Sorry, manager won't approve. Add $2,000 in fees." Most people still buy because they've mentally committed. Listen to your stomach. If you feel stupid for changing your mind, that's the consistency trap talking, not wisdom. 3. Social proof. Truths are us. We look to others to decide what is correct, especially when we are uncertain. The scariest example in the book, after a highly publicized suicide, suicides by similar methods skyrocket across the country, sometimes by 1,000%. The media literally kills people by giving them social proof that other people are doing it. Laugh tracks on sitcoms, bartenders seeding their tip jar with dollars, canned applause, bestseller labels, testimonial ads, all social proof. The darkest, the bystander effect. Kitty Genovese was stabbed to death while 38 neighbors watched and did nothing, each thinking someone else will help. But the positive side is insane. If you want to get married, surround yourself with married friends. If you want to be rich, surround yourself with rich people. Your brain will automatically move you toward the norm. The greater the number of people who believe something, the more likely we are to think it's true, even when it's not. 4. Liking, the friendly thief. We say yes to people we like, period. 5 factors make us like someone fast. Physical attractiveness, halo effect. We assume beautiful equals good. Similarity, they dress, talk, come from the same place as us. Compliments, even obviously false ones, work. Familiarity, mere exposure effect. The more we see someone, the more we like them. Position, we love the weatherman when it's sunny, hate him when it rains. Tupperware parties made hundreds of millions because the salesperson was your friend, or friend of a friend. Joe Girard, the world's greatest car salesman, sent 13,000 customers a card every month saying only, "I like you." The lesson, if you want to influence someone, first, make them like you. Tupperware parties made hundreds of millions because the salesperson was your friend, or friend of a friend. Joe Girard, the world's greatest car salesman, sent 13,000 customers a card every month saying only, "I like you." The lesson, if you want to influence someone, first make them like you. 5. Authority, directed deference. We obey authority even when asked to do evil things. Milgram's obedience experiments. 65% of normal people administered what they believed were lethal electric shocks to an innocent person simply because a man in a lab coat told them to. Titles: doctor, professor; clothes, suits, uniforms; trappings, expensive cars, jewelry, trigger blind obedience. Nurses gave dangerous overdoses because a doctor on the phone ordered it, even when protocol forbade phone orders. Real estate agents mention, "I have another interested buyer," authority of competition. Sales soar. The scary part, even symbols of authority work. A man in a security guard uniform could order strangers to give money to a random person on the street. 90% obeyed. Defense. Ask yourself 2 questions when is this authority truly an expert? How truthful can we expect this expert to be with us? 6. Scarcity. The rule of the few. Things that are rare or becoming rare are perceived as more valuable. Limited time offer. Only 3 left at this price. Offer ends Sunday. Romeo and Juliet fell deeper in love when their parents tried to keep them apart. The scarcity of the relationship made it more precious. Censorship increases desire. Banned books fly off shelves. The most powerful form: loss language. Not "here's what you gain," but "here's what you will lose if you don't act now." Destructive compliance. When something is newly scarce, we want it even more. After Florida banned phosphate detergents, people smuggled them in from neighboring states and hoarded them like gold. So here is your assignment. Right now, today, pick one principle. Use it ethically in the next 24 hours. Watch what happens. You will feel the power, and you will never be the same again. This book is not just information, it is transformation. Thank you, Dr. Robert Cialdini, for giving us the owner's manual to the human mind. And thank you for spending these minutes with me. Now go out there and influence the world, ethically, powerfully, unstoppably, because the world needs people who understand influence and choose to use it for good. See you at the top.